Hey, kia ora. I'm from Project Twin Streams in Glen Eden. We're in the Lucinda Place community orchard, which was now a community space where we're growing 30 or so fruit trees. It's an ecologist from Project Twin Streams saw a whole bunch of old sort of established trees where these are 2X house sites here. So now there's been 18 of us in here today, mulching, weeding, making mulch pillows, composting, and really trying to establish this as an orchard. We had a planting in about this time of the year in 2010, but the ground was just so hard down that side. Well, nothing much can grow too well in clay. Fruit trees don't really like it, so we had to basically pick out and dig out as much as we could, make some sort of semi-hole in the ground and water it and water it and water it and water it so we could dig a hole for the tree, and then used a lot of compost that we brought in because the ground was just not very welcoming for our trees. But we bring in a bit of seaweed from the local beaches here that's got a lot of shell grit in it and sand, so the shell and the sand and the grit just are the opposite really qualities of the clay, and in the seaweed they just condition the soil really well, we found. We had a community pruning session here led by Bev Abel, one of the local community members, and she did a fantastic job at showing us what to do, and the pruning is made, we just got it in the nick of time really before spring started. We're managing it, and there's, the trees have definitely improved in the last 12 months. We had maybe half a dozen or 8 apples last year, but already there's buds, be far more apples this year. And I think that just shows the companion plants underneath, as I mentioned, our composting and mulching and our pruning, just bringing the love from the community into the orchard. So what sort of people are attracted to? Oh, from all walks of life really, all ages, two to pensioners. People who love growing food, people who are keen to learn about growing food, people who want to share experiences with other people. Everybody's welcome, yeah. So from a Project Twin Streams perspective, we're here more as resource support and support with people with council and things like that. So we can support with tools and some knowledge and some experts and sometimes funding, but we tend to go and get that seaweed from the beaches, and we'll go and get a big trailer load of horse manure just because we're able to do that and we've got the contacts to do it. Plans for the future: extend these beds further and wider out, condition the soil even more, have a harvest festival, really want to have a harvest festival, and grow some more edibles in the orchard too. Yeah, and get people more involved, more workshops, more knowledge sharing, and link this to more sustainable, locally grown food in Glen Eden. Yeah. I guess the name of the game for us, or for me anyway, is to get people here learning, sharing with each other, growing food, because locally grown food to me is going to be much needed. We're going to need a lot of that going on in Glen Eden and around the region.